He did Shadow Clone Jutsu. He did.
Are you sure?
You gotta watch.
We gotta keep all this in. They got 2 tubes. Actually, he wasn't with them last time, wasn't he?
I would love to join you.
I meant that as a joke.
Producer things to do.
Oh, fancy.
Nah, we good. We understand. You're good.
Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Jack,
He broke out.
and
the wall.
I'm back.
Jack, you need to like Xerox him or out or whatever. Like,
I'm not gonna be joining this
Hating
episode.
him out.
I will not.
I don't know, man. That was the word that came to mind. I don't know why.
I will not be joining this episode of Bad Batch as I have no idea what's going on, but I'll watch. So you
At
guys,
least we know he's not buried in the wall like the Telltale Heart.
I am not
The
buried in the
Telltale
wall.
Heart.
That is true.
I thought that was the cask of Amontillado.
No, it is. Isn't that? Yeah, isn't it the cast
No,
one?
that's the Count of Monte Cristo,
No, shut the fuck up.
You're gonna be in the thumbnail.
He's just saying
now.
shit.
I am confused. Great.
which is also
And we'll mislead our fans into
Yeah, there
thinking
you
that
go.
their favorite member will be in this.
Always trick
video.
him to think there's more people on screen. Those
I'm
guys.
just kidding. I'm gonna go do other stuff. But
He'd be
you
watching
guys have
Bad
fun
Batch,
watching
but he's too
Bad Batch.
busy working in the film industry.
Let us know in the comments what your favorite part of this episode was. And question of the day: can you guess what I'm doing right now? Bye.
That's gonna be our intro.
He's going
100%.
He's going back in the wall.
He's going back in the wall. All right, let's watch.
It's like Night at the Museum. Actually, he had night. He can come out.
He was frozen.
Yeah, the wall opens up at night. It's like a radius, though. He can't like leave the building.
Into the breach. There is a second base back there.
Yeah.
I want to know what's in there.
That's next door. It's vacant.
It's it's up for sale.
Yeah. Hey, it's the, oh my god! It's the droid that killed Padme.
It is.
They found the specific one. They're interrogating it.
Is Omega gonna be like, you have my toy? What the hell?
Give me that shit. I fucking made that. Blood, sweat, and tears are in that.
Hello, I'm Omega.
I'm Eva.
I like your doll.
Dr. Carr gave it to me.
Did she now?
She's the only nice one.
You try to run away and they blow you up.
Welcome to Pandora.
You'll die here.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking when I think of Pandora. I'm like, wait, is it the same thing? I'm like, no, it's different.
Oh, we're back here.
Oh.
This is an interesting place to hide out.
Where in the blasted galaxy did that pirate abandon us?
You prefer we take you back to that Imperial labor camp instead? You'll get your freedom when we get the exact coordinates to that base.
I think we're all out of shots from trailers. So it's everything here from here on out is very much like, what the fuck?
Oh, it's Echo.
It's the ship from Rogue One. Or like a version of it, kind of. Actually, no. I think it might be an older version of that ship. You know what I
Maybe.
mean? Like an older variant.
You really
It
think
has
we
that
can
same like
trust that Hydra snake?
like thing on top model.
I can hear you.
He's back.
Oh, how many times do I have to explain it? Hemlock put safeguards in place to keep his base's location a secret.
Weird shot.
Any ship going there must first dock at Imperial Station 003.
We're going back to Coruscant.
Yeah, they probably are.
But I can't confirm the rest of his story.
Do you think I'm lying?
A little bit.
Even with a stolen shuttle and clearance codes, you can't expect to walk onto an Imperial station completely unnoticed.
But you can.
How?
We'll be your security team.
Are we finally putting on other clones' armor?
You cannot be serious.
Why they just do it this weird way? Why the last 2 episodes they're like, we're doing a Mando. We're doing like a Mando arc that we already did.
Tantus. It looks a lot
I
greener.
love this, like this weird design, like the mix of the nature to the, like the stark, like brutal imperial architecture. Chess.
No, it's time to drain your
It's like-
blood.
It's just.
Time for your sample, Omega.
Why did they do it? Don't you know already? Like,
They need more.
wait, give me more. I need an arm.
Where did they come from? I don't know,
What's
Liar.
but they are well looked after here.
Liar.
brother?
can steal a scalpel and just
Imagine. I was thinking, like, what the fuck? I'm like, why did you just zoom in on like a bunch of sharp objects? Like, this is a fucking cartoon. This is
What'd she take? A
Something.
lockpick.
something. A lockpick. What's the one game called?
Which one?
The drop with the blocks that drop.
Tetris?
Tetris. That's what I was thinking the first time.
They are under our watchful eye.
That didn't stop her from causing problems in the past.
She was not under your watchful eye. She was not-
She had like free reign of the.
She was fucking talking to like prisoners every day. Like we knew. It's like yeah, that didn't help.
What about the trippers? Do they ever come in here?
Only when we cause trouble. Jax tried to escape once. He didn't get very far.
He didn't get anywhere. He got shot at the door.
He got to the door. He got
Want to know a secret? I escaped from this mountain before. Know what else? I'm doing it again. And I'm taking you all with me.
Okay, that was actually pretty fucking cool. Another portal.
All the armor's been stripped, but we're still not gonna blend in.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
Interesting.
Cleaned up a little bit. I really thought we were gonna wear some different armor. Like, I feel like wearing their armor.
They don't even have any.
Oh, that looks so cool. Ooh,
It's getting more imperial.
That's imperial
it's
right
getting
there.
very imperial. It's getting yeah, like it's getting very dark now. Like they switched out the lighter metals for the darker ones now.
Let's get this over with.
They don't look that off. Come on.
They look way
Wrecker
off.
looks really off. Okay, he's staying. Okay, good. All right, at least they're smart about that. These three can look like, well, maybe they're specialized versions or.
Who is responsible for this vessel? It is not on my docking manifest for today.
Step aside. My orders are classified. If you have an issue with that,
It's actually.
then contact Governor Tarkin.
Yes, sir.
Now carry on.
Yes. Sorry, sir.
Yeah,
that tracks.
That shit doesn't work with the Imperials.
Okay.
They're spineless little cowards. A lot of the time.
Yeah. Oh, we're all Imperial right
Oh my
now.
god, there's a lot of. This armor looks cool. I'm not gonna
The
lie.
all black armor.
Yeah,
is
all
so
the
looks-
blacked out armor is like okay.
Captain.
Report to the barracks. You'll receive further information.
Even Hunters, which is just kind of normal like armor, just entirely blacked out, is like oh, just like.
Patients in the brig for violating Article 15 of Imperial Standing Order 10.
No, sir.
Just every Imperial you can like BS your way through with them with jargon. It's like, oh look at this room. Yeah. That's it.
All right then.
She's texting.
You, front and center. Where is your captain?
Captaining.
Thanks, Wrecker.
I will need you to verify your vessel's signature key.
Sure thing, boss. Right.
Yeah, this is just
Bam.
Yeah, just, yeah, they're just doing very on the nose. This one. This is the Death Star episode. Even all the sets and stuff are like, which to me is showing off. Oh, they have these assets now.
Yeah.
The vessel's tagged for direct uplink after it launches, which means there's no way to get the coordinates. Then there's only one option left.
We're taking the ship.
We're taking the entire space station.
There's no way you can all sneak aboard undetected.
But I can. Once you're aboard, find a way to disable the proximity sensors.
This is not the plan I agreed to.
Plans change.
Oh, look at the red.
Oh, look at that shit. What the fuck?
That's Tantus from above.
Oh, that is.
That's crazy.
It's the Imperial logo. It's the...
I feel like that was the most conspicuous walk chair room ever.
Fuck.
That is a big vent.
Hello, Dr. Scolder. Is something wrong?
Where are the toilets?
They don't get them.
Hold it in.
They don't. It doesn't exist in this. In Star Wars.
Star Wars never used it. Well, like, I mean, Mando says the bathrooms do exist. That's a dope ship too.
Like it's one of the science ones, I think.
Mm-hmm. Those gotta be like early K2 models.
I'm not sure what they. Yeah, something like that. Look at this shit.
Oh, cool. It's like a clear R2 unit.
I feel like the quality of the animation's got up again.
It has.
I don't like, why? Like, I don't like. It's able to do it mid-season. Like, look at that. Like, that seems new. Like, that seems like a new. Like, what the fuck was that shot? Like, why is like it was like was that they took that outside? Like,
They put their shaders like all the way up.
yeah, like even like the guys seem more like crisp now. Like yet again.
Did Echo like crawl up inside there?
Yeah, he's in that. Yeah, he went up the droid vent.
About time.
Probably should keep him.
Nah, it's alright.
He was wearing his hat.
That's great. I love Wrecker.
Get those sensors disabled. We need to move.
They also they've like very much once we got past like the season 1 Wrecker, like they very much honed in on like how to make Wrecker be funny and like when his head would work most of the time. Like,
Yeah.
Sir, picking up unscheduled droid activity in the cargo hold.
What are you waiting for? Proximity sensors haven't been deactivated yet.
Come on, Echo, you can do it.
Okay.
We don't have time for more delays. All clear. It must have been a malfunction. So,
All right.
Oh.
They're about to jump. Echo will come through. He just needs more time.
Oh. Ah.
Come on. Ah! I haven't seen that. They haven't done something like this head before, actually. Okay.
Whoa!
All right, that was tense.
I'm like sweating.
They're gonna cut it here, aren't they?
Is it gonna be the end of the episode?
These are very awkward episodes. These episodes are like Andor, where they end. You know what I mean? Like I don't like they don't end like in weird like normal places. Okay.
Oh. I mean, that was good. That was a really good episode.
No, yeah, it's very much we're in like the end game of the story now.
Yeah.
And like each episode is a piece moving towards that. That they're expanding out. That was cool though. Like very very good animation quality as always.
Top tier.
Some new assets as well that they're showing off. Some Imperial interior redesign stuff. I think.
Yeah.
Those droids look pretty good. I don't know what the fuck those
Omega's
were.
going Die Hard, so you can climb it up an elevator shaft.
Yeah.
Come on to Tantus. Have a few
Tantus,
laughs.
Some good tension and some good tension at the end. So some Omega stuff was actually pretty cool. Some of her dialogue. So again, Andor vibes, Mando vibes, kind of, and like because obviously what they're doing is almost like word for word. Like then we gotta get an Imperial prisoner to help us get into an Imperial base, so we can. But yeah, no, I enjoyed that one. I think I enjoyed that one more than last week. So.
I think I enjoyed both of like this week and last week's episode.
I did not enjoy last week. I just think this one was
better
more
than...
They were actually kind of similar in my mind, like what each episode is doing and like and I think they're both kind of shorter episodes if I'm being honest. I could be wrong.
I think so too.
But I think this week was just a bit more like I don't know. It had more to it. I don't think that's the simplest way to put it, I guess.
Yeah, it had a little more meat to it.
Yeah.
I like that they're building up the tension. Like they're not just rushing through things. They're like that last sequence was a lot of fun. Like
their armor's cool.
We figured that they would get there, but it like Hunter had to go for it at the last minute because he trusts Echo. Like that was cool. Like he just like no.
That was good.
He
that
just
was
kicked it in. He's like, I'm just gonna go and dock, and I know that I trust that Echo will take care of this. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's very good actually.
All of their armor, their matte black armor, I thought was so cool. Like
yeah.
Like
the show finally just
it looks like that. Like Echo's helmet looked like that again.
Yeah, I guess Echo's has always kind of been to like just basically that to that degree. His has always been the most blacked out of the group. But yeah, they all kind of went to Echo's level. But they're all the color is gone besides like a little bit on like I think the one like Wrecker is still the most like
yeah, he's got like yellow on his
his pauldron or whatever they're called is like or shoulder like piece is very like it's almost like leathery if that makes sense. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't even know if it's a clone shoulder one at this point.
I think that they've kind of mixed matched their armor a little bit. Like, if you look at Hunter, he definitely has a clone one on one of his shoulders, but then he's got, like, a leather strap arm.
Yeah.
So, like, they've, over the years,
He doesn't got
they've
the big.
definitely
He doesn't
gotten...
got the big fucking like flying V thing that used to hang that flew off in season 1. It's,
yeah, they've
that has
definitely...
no purpose at all. It just that is entirely aesthetic.
They've definitely had to upgrade or downgrade their armor a little bit.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I like about the show is that they've done redesigns for the characters each season, which cartoons don't always do. Even the Clone Wars didn't do that like every season, obviously. So they've put a lot of effort into like actually giving us different variations of like people, and I think each of them have got pretty like unique like one episode outfits and stuff before like Echo has like a disguise, like Wrecker has like a disguise, like Echo has that run robot
Echo's
disguise.
robot
Yeah, you know what I
disguise.
mean? Like everyone's kind of got to do like a lot of different and even just the variations of their armor like across the series has been like very interesting
Hunter
to see.
has never once taken off his bandana though.
Yeah, no, it doesn't come out.
It's
like Ahsoka's thing,
Even when he got
code. It's the code. He can't take it off.
Even when he got captured.
And Echo's never taken
he
off those
didn't
weird
take
metal
it
things
off.
that are on his ears for some reason. He's never taken those off. I don't know why, but I don't know. But yeah, good episode.
Good episode.
Good animation as always.
Like you said, like apparently they
I think
just
they just
continuously
I think
ramping
they just
up
slowly
the
they just
animation.
slowly ramp up into it because again they got to ramp up into what it's going to be by Tales of the Empire, which will probably be yet another jump in quality of the animation style because this animation style is exponentially like getting better somehow at this point.
So we've had theories before where it was like, oh, the last episode's obviously going to be like a clone kind of like uprising and taking Tantus.
I don't know if I've ever like fully not just like some level of.
Do we like? I kind of thought that.
I think this is more personal to Bad Batch.
Yeah,
like,
it seems like it's definitely just going to be centered around the bed, and maybe like some clones at the facility will turn. But like, it definitely seems like I don't think Rex is going to be there. I don't think.
No, yeah, I don't see how like. Well, I guess the idea is like once they have the coordinates, they can give the coordinates to whoever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
So and they have a working. Well, they would have to take control. Well, no, they still have a ship.
Yeah.
Okay, they still have that what's it called ship?
Their cargo ship.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna be some. It might be like a Tantus revolt type of thing, but I don't know. Again, who knows what the next show is even gonna be? Which could like explain or not explain, obviously, like some of the decisions they're making with this. Like we don't know if like this animation style, like if they associate it with Clone Wars so much that like the next show is just gonna be like a year after Bad Batch with like focusing on a new thing. Like it could.
It
like
could.
I don't know like why they would do that. It's not like the most like
original.
That'd be the third show then that would like in the Disney era that would like that's animated, not even counting a few of the live action ones that are also in the middle that like exist in that like in between period, which is a fascinating period, and there's a lot of meat in that period, and I understand why that period is mined so often, because it's easier. It's kind of like the easiest. It's the thing that you can do to like make it not related to like the prequels and the originals. Like you know what I mean? Like it's further enough away from both that you can make it kind of your own thing. And
I feel like Andor's kind of taking that though. Like I feel like Andor is what's going to happen right after Bad Batch. Like that's where Andor's set. So
Andor is actually like later into the like than we think. Isn't Andor only like 5 years before? Like I think Andor's only like 5 years before.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I would love to see an animated like. I know we all want to get away from the originals, but like I would love to see an animated of like what happens between 4, 5, and 6.
No, I think I've said that as well. That like it would be interesting if they did like I don't know, like in between like some of the originals. I don't know, like because that's not a thing we've got like anything like movie wise.
Yeah, but
like, we haven't got anything. But okay, to be all right, this is a good thing to talk about. This actually, yes, the comics are canon. But they are canon, like the way, and this is just based on like this isn't like if you like a comic, great, like the comics all you want. But like there is a reality that like the people like Lucasfilm, even in its current state, and actually over the entire course of its state, and probably going forward, just because they've already bit the bullet on this, does not care for the literature like that much, and that's why I don't take any of the literature like overly serious. Like I take like the literature I like seriously, and then I pretend that that's real, and then I just apply it, and then like anything I don't, I just like because the reality is it's placeholder. Like so many of like the comics and like little comics and stuff and book like details have been like utterly like if you go look at half of the book details, like oh my god, just go look at read some of the like there are some sequel books that people like related like there's like Bloodline I think is like one with like the Leia book that's like kind of was around like the time Force Awakens released, but there's like information from book to book because like the plans obviously that were fucking like thrown into array like thrown into chaos like multiple times over the course of those 3 movies. So there's just like details in there that like never come like to fruition at all that like don't end up being true. That like aren't necessary. Like
there's currently a Luke story run going on in the comics that I would love to see adapted into either live action or an animated show, and that's like his training between 5 and 6.
Yeah,
and I think that would make for a like it's a really good comic
5 and
run.
6 would be interesting.
It's a really good comic run, and I'd love to see it in.
But again, just too much of like the comic stuff has been overridden.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like even like Ahsoka's book, like it's like the Ahsoka novel for God's sake which is like was like considered like a pretty like keystone piece of like Star Wars literature to like you know what the fuck happened during the prequels and at the end of like the Clone Wars for a while was overridden by, and I love the Final Four like and it's probably better than the book just by virtue of like existing in like a physical like visual medium. But that changed like some certain aspects of what happened to like at the end of her story. Kanan Jarrus' like Order 66 was entirely changed just because they wanted him in Bad Batch. like it's just, like this is so like you like the literature is very much it's canon until it's not.
Yeah.
Until like somebody who wants to do something visually like for the actual like main medium, animation or live action, it wants to fill it in and like change it. So. Yeah. So anyway, what were we talking about? How do we talk about comics again? What were we?
We were talking about what would come after Bad Batch.
Okay, yeah. So even like for people that because Marvel does the modern like Star Wars comics. I think they even did some back in the day as well. Obviously Dark Horse I know did a bunch. That's the one. Most of the ones I read were Dark Horse. I lost my train of thought.
Well, you could definitely do. You got basically 3 choices. You could do some type of animated series that takes place before the prequels. You know, like a young Qui-Gon and stuff like that. You could jump after 3, but somewhere kind of like during the Andor time frame. Like you could even almost do the 5 years that we're going to get in season 2 of Andor. You could expand that and see some of the. You could almost have an animated Andor character that's doing missions, which would be interesting. Or you could just jump after and do after Return of the Jedi.
I don't want them to go anywhere near. They already tried that.
I'm not saying they should. I'm saying, but those are really your only
stories
options.
What stories would you even tell?
I
don't even I don't even know.
But like Luke, it'd just be Luke taking on
he
the
didn't
Empire.
Do anything.
Like taking down a Star Destroyer using
he didn't
the
do
Force.
anything.
I feel like after Return of the Jedi is a very sweet spot for content because you can literally make up anything you want.
Within that year. Because there's still like a year of fighting. I would like to see some year of fighting.
Why don't you pick
stuff.
that up? That year of fighting where Luke is
like
literally
all the
aftermath
stuff.
You did some like Battle of Jakku,
Yeah.
like Battlefront 2, like aftermath stuff, but like just overrid all the dog shit stuff.
We're gonna get Del Rico
because the aftermath novels are not great. Like so, just overwrite the shit that like isn't good, and just do like a Fall of the Empire, like in. I don't know.
Operation Cinder.
Yeah, I don't know. Just you can just do I don't know. That's not even necessary, really. Like that to me isn't that's not that idea I just described isn't even something that Star Wars immediately needs. But then again, 3 of the
But nobody
movies,
really thought we
3 of
needed
the
Clone Wars.
Then again, I think most of the movies that Star Wars has announced aren't movies that I think Star Wars necessarily needs at the moment. We have the Origin of the Jedi movie, which who cares? Give us Old Republic, that's fine. But Old Republic, we don't need. There's mystery. You leave some mystery. Then we got the Filoni's, which is what is that? Just the Mando one now?
Mando, I don't know.
So Filoni's okay.
Mando
it's
and
different
Grogu's
now.
Coming out.
Okay, so Mando and Grogu isn't Filoni. So Filoni has a different random movie.
I thought he was having.
Filoni was the Ahsoka movie.
There's no Ahsoka movie.
Well, there's like that weird Mando
There's Ahsoka
era
season 2.
movie that's
There's a Mando
coming
era
out.
movie. Which that's all that which I don't even know. Like, to be honest, like I'm still so. Then there's the Rey thing, which is like I don't even know what the fuck's going on with that at this point.
I still don't think that's.
I'm
kind of
glad.
I will
that
say
we-
with the Origin of the Jedi movie, which is the Indiana Jones director, I'm blanking on his name at the moment. That one got one of Andor's writers, and it was the guy who wrote like Luthen's like speech scene. So I'm like, okay, I'll watch whatever that is. Like that, like he's like that'll be good. Like
I'm kind of glad that we haven't seen like or heard anything about any of the movies or the shows yet, because it seems like whenever they jump the gun on like trying to like fill us in on what's going on, then it just like ends up being a letdown.
Yeah.
So I'm
Here's
glad
just
that they're letting it.
Here's my actual analysis of what the fuck happened with their movies, because they announced, because again, like I view it as embarrassing with the way they announced that Lucasfilm conducts itself in and we're kind of off topic, but who cares? Like for instance, they did it start with was it Star Wars Celebration last year. They announced like the Rey movie mainly, and then they also bring up like the Filoni movie. And then like the Origin movie, and, but they to the point, but can offer nothing basically besides the presence of Daisy Ridley, like for the one movie, and like just name 2 people attached. There wasn't even like a sentence. There was like a sentence to describe each of the other 2, and then we moved on. We let that go for a year. Hear nothing about any of these movies. You could probably get lied to realistically if you like actually go and look at the articles and the timing of what different people were saying at different points about like the Rey movie, which still doesn't seem to have a script, even though they said that script had been done I think a month after they announced that. And then now we got to this point where now we're at like this point where the first Star Wars movie to come back is like Mando and Grogu, which to me is like, okay, so this is just like Star Wars doing what it's done since 2019 and like kind of fallen back to like Mando and Grogu, and I like the Mandalorian for the most part. I like the Mando and Grogu as characters, but like they're very much a safety blanket for Star Wars at the moment. Like where you can just cut where it's like not the most complex thing in the world. You don't have to like try too hard with the storytelling. Like you're just kind of doing like interesting things in different corners, in different genres, stories. Like it's not the hardest like thing in the world. Like Mando is not doing what like Andor is doing. You know, they're very different shows, and it doesn't have to. But like it's more like easy digestible. Like that sort of thing.
I'm
But,
excited for all the new shows that are coming out.
Yeah, to me as well. Me and Bell to a degree. Like I'm excited for Acolyte. Like I'm very excited to see what they can do with that, especially because it's the most out there like thing from anything like live action they've done.
Yeah.
So, but Mando and Grogu is just to me like okay, it's like we didn't do a good job season 3. We're kind of running out of story. What's his name is in high demand, so we're just gonna do a movie. Because it's less.
Well,
I know there's been some reports that it's gonna be like a shorter season into a movie. That's suicidal. Like every movie that like the Marvel Studios has dropped that like relied on like a Disney Plus show like has not done well. So like the idea that like Lucasfilm would like look at that and be like that's a good business model for us to do like like with our thing that's less popular than Marvel.
What's her name? Emily Swallow. She was on an interview and she said that Pedro really isn't on set anymore.
No, yeah, they're
He's
done with
just
that
the
shit.
voice.
He's just doing the voice now.
So I mean,
It has
like,
its pros and cons.
yeah. So I mean, like, they can do more Mando stuff without having Pedro readily available to them.
But then I don't know, like even like somehow it even though he took it almost like once or twice in like both those 2 seasons. I think you somehow felt it. Like I think you really did. Like in season 3.
I don't think at least I didn't.
In his again his star performer has done like half the work like for the past few seasons like anyway, and all he just does is like now. But like it just felt awkward because we should be seeing more of his face now. I think like slowly, like as they went on.
Maybe
But,
we'll see. Well, now that like they've kind of accepted the other Mandalorians,
But I assume
maybe
if they
we'll
do a
see.
movie like that. I assume the okay. Here's actually what kind of where my thought was. I assume the idea of the movie was that like gets Pedro out of his seat. You know what I mean? Like that like gets him to put on the armor again. Like a movie does that, whereas like maybe the Disney Plus show, which is longer, maybe a longer film time. Like doesn't, you know what I mean? Like maybe like a movie, if you can probably get paid more for a movie than the Plus show.
100%.
So like, so that's what I kind of view that as. It's like the Mando movie is basically that they need to like kind of finish off the Mando story one way or the other. They probably don't have enough content in their mind, honestly, at this point to like To like.
I mean,
to end it
I guess
out.
we're never really gonna know until it comes out.
Yeah, so I think like again, and that one I hope to God it's not that one thing where it's like we're gonna do a season into the finale, which will be a movie. It's like that's like not good. That was a good That was an idea that like D&D, like the shitty writers of Game of Thrones had for the final season, which somehow would have been worse than what they actually delivered. Like in like who would have thought that they had a worse idea than what they actually did. I don't know. I think we kind of rambled for a
Yeah,
while
a little
now.
bit.
So I kind of rambled for a while as usual. But
Let's
yeah,
want
to wrap it up?
Yeah. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Let us know what you guys thought in the comments. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Hit the copy link button, and we'll see all you guys in the next video. Bye.
Take care.